Honestly, what I get so strongly from this is what humanity needs right now. This is what everyone on earth needs, is to remember that we don't have to be anywhere that we're not, right? The new earth isn't something that is, a distant future. Or I wholeheartedly believe that we come to this earth to have a beautiful time, to have a great experience in a time where there's a lot of craziness on the planet. But if you've been here before, you know that I'm a big proponent of joy, of living in love, and of creating the most magical life possible. And I want to share some things that came through around how to really step into, whether it's your purpose, it's your dream life, it's, just living in more love, or just living in your heart amidst a crazy world going on outside of you and in the external, right? We get to have an epic life. I believe that in my heart and soul. And if you're new, welcome. My name is Katie. So happy that you're here. And yeah, we're just going to jump into it. As I said, you are on this video most likely because you're curious about how to live an epic life. You are on the spiritual awakening path, or you're simply just wanting to live a life that is extraordinary or more extraordinary than the one that you were living. Either way, it's valid what you're feeling, and again, it's your birthright. So let's jump into it. And the first thing I want to share is becoming immersed in what is present to you, what is present in your life right now. So not dreaming about the future, not reminiscing on the past, but being so present in what is right now in your life. I wholeheartedly believe that this is the code to the new earth, to living a beautiful life, and to just making this human experience as epic as possible. It's being so present where you are. It's not fixating on tomorrow, or wondering if what you want is going to come in, and worrying and having anxiety constantly. And it's not reminiscing on what has happened to you in the past, all the problems, the bad things that have occurred, but just being so okay with what is right now in your life. How can you make love to that, even if you're going through a hard time right now, or if your life is already great, right? Like, be so present in that feeling, see what life is trying to show you, and amplify the feeling of whatever it is, right? And I say that as someone who, even if you are in pain, right, feel that even deeper than you have before. And then if you're in love, or if you're feeling great, amplify that, because the more that we can feel our emotions, I wholeheartedly believe it is the gateway to the other side, to the rebirth, to the feeling of ecstasy, to the feeling of living in joy, when we can amplify what is currently happening. And again, to go off of that is just being in the now, right? I believe, as someone who shares the message of the new earth, of this beautiful world that we are creating, we're not waiting for it anymore. I think there's a lot of people that want to talk about when this new earth is being created, what it's going to be like. And yeah, we've got a lot of things to do to get to a world where we see peace in every corner of the world, right? That's just a fact. But I do believe that, if we are present with knowing that we can make magic in this current reality right now, that is how we're actually creating a new earth, right? It starts with you. It starts with the little decisions that you make in your life to make life extraordinary, even in the mundane moments, even amidst a crazy world, right? Create a beautiful reality right now. Be present in it. Presence is the code and the key, in my opinion, to just, having a beautiful life. So that's the first thing I want to share. The next thing that came through was staying in your own energy, or learning how to stay in your own energy and your own truth. And this comes in terms of relationships, or, circumstances in your life. There's oftentimes a lot of things happen to us, right? Especially in this world that we live in, or if you're on the spiritual awakening path, a lot of things can happen to try to knock us back into an older energy or lower frequencies, or just keep us stuck, right? Keep us stagnant. Or maybe we're on that come up to being in our truth, to finally making it, and then something happens on the external, we lose our job, or, a relationship doesn't turn out the way that we want, and we go back to being in these negative energies and just feeling sorry for ourselves. We fall into victim mindset, versus actually standing in who we are and saying, no, I'm going to choose love every day. Even though it didn't work out, I'm still staying in who I am and remaining in that, and not letting the external infiltrate your mind, your psyche, your body, and your life. We're here to live an epic life. So let yourself remember that, you can choose who you want to be. You can choose the life that you want for yourself. And let that be what guides you forward and keep you in your lane, and not letting, other people sway you, or decisions, outside of you sway you into a life that wasn't meant for you. We are here, I believe, to remember who we are in the sense of your uniqueness, your unique self that nobody else in this world is, right? And so let yourself stay in your own energy, stay in your own lane, and let that guide you forward. And the next thing that I want to share is, obviously we all know this, gratitude. Gratitude, in my opinion, is so vital in every corner of this life. And when we can return to feeling grateful for those little things in our life right now and not fixating on, could've, should've, would've, if I had this, it'd be better, all the things, right? All those energies that are just of doubt, of lack, and of wanting versus being, again, coming back to being present in the now. Not only do we create a reality that is, dense and of one of lack, but we're essentially saying to God, saying to our guides, saying to the universe, like, hey, don't send me more blessings because I'm not blessed right now, right? Because everything is energy. So how can you become grateful for every little tiny thing in your life, even when life doesn't look the way you want it to right now in the physical? When we start with gratitude and we anchor that in our heart, that is when we start to become blessed in our life. So again, I know everyone knows this, but I think it's an important reminder. So I wanted to share it. And then the last thing is becoming curious about people and listening deeply through love. When you listen to someone, like, truly anchor your eyes to their eyes, look into their soul and hear what they have to say with curiosity. Be aware of what they're saying and be so present in it. I believe, the aliveness of life, a part of that is connecting soul to soul, human to human, with somebody, and really tuning in to their truth, to their story, and listening to them, and not feeling like, you're just talking to another random, moving body on this planet, right? We're literally souls walking this earth. And so I just think it's important that if you want to really live an epic life and step into your purpose or whatever it is, just make this life beautiful, how can you bring out more curiosity in people, in human beings that walk this planet? Because we are all brothers and sisters. I wholeheartedly believe in my soul. And so, yes, spread love to those around you, be curious. And I always say as well, is like, even if someone is showing you like something that you don't like, whether it's like a random human being or your friend or your mom or your dad or whatever, can you just send respect to them? Can you just send, honor and compassion to them for whatever they're going through, and see them as a soul, see them as a human being who is trying their best? Because I believe when we do this, there's no way that we can't, live in our hearts. We can't love our life when we see other people as simply as someone who is trying their best in their life as a soul on their own unique journey. That's the code, right? Because when we have anger, resentment, when we, hate on other people or don't see them as a mirror, don't see them as a brother or sister, like, it essentially detaches us from that unity consciousness and from love and from, just enjoying this experience with other brothers and sisters along the way. So those were what wanted to come through. I do want to pull some cards just because I feel Spirit wants me to pull some cards for this. So I just want to see what comes through. Spirit, God, can we send some messages to the audience here? What wants to come through? Peace. I pulled this earlier. It's time to make peace, lift out of the chaos, focus on Spirit's tenacious love to transform. So, sorry. I honestly believe that this is so important in not only everyday life. We always know that, right? Like, holding peace in your heart for the life that we're here to live and for enjoying this human experience, like having peace with it is the key. But honestly, what I get so strongly from this is what humanity needs right now. This is what everyone on earth needs, is to remember that we don't have to be anywhere that we're not, right? The new earth isn't something that is, a distant future. Or I understand there's a lot of craziness on the planet. I understand if your life is not as beautiful as you want it to be right now, but how can you find peace in those moments where, normally you'd fall into victim mindset, you normally would find a reason to complain or to be in stress and be in lack? Can you find peace? Can you make peace with that? And just remember, and surrender to your journey, knowing that God does want to bless you, but will only bless you when you can find, that joy and the peace in those moments where otherwise you normally might fall into old ways of thinking and being. So that's what wanted to come through. Let's see if there's any other cards. I feel like I want to pull one more card. Miracles! I always talk about this. Be comforted, for your prayers are heard. Have faith. Divine intercession is in process. Y'all know, if you've been here before, I am a big proponent of believing in miracles. I honestly learned this so much from Joe Dispenza. He has been such a teacher in my life. And in my opinion, it's something I feel like from a young age, we all come into this life believing that miracles are possible. It's just that we go about our life and we learn to, think that Earth is a bad place, think that it's not possible to call in miracles. But in my opinion, be open to them. Remain open to knowing that your life could shift at any moment. Literally at any moment, your life could change into something extraordinary. I have witnessed it in my own life. And I just believe that if you hold that in your heart and not in this waiting mentality or this wishing of like when it happens, but actually just saying, you know what, I'm open to God showing me what's possible in a way that I've never expected or seen or experienced before. That is you believing in miracles. That is you believing in the realization that the new earth is right now. You living this epic life, this world of love, of divine experiences. It's happening right now, right? So I just wanted to share that today. I hope you enjoyed. April 5th, the night of April 5th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this is April 6th, my time in Bali. So the details will be below. But I'm going to be hosting the Heart Expansion Ceremony. It's a group ceremony where we are going to literally be releasing everything that is not serving us, tuning into our heart's desires, feeling what that would feel like, amplifying it with the community around us as a group on this live call on Zoom. And it's going to be a meditation, it's going to be an activation. I'm going to bring in some light language. It's going to be very, very powerful. I would love to see you there. Again, it's going to be on April 5th, the evening of April 5th, Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. The details are below, so if you just click the link, it'll go to Calendly. You can book the link. I would love to see you there. It's going to be very, very beautiful, and in my opinion, miracles are going to be birthed in this ceremony when we all bring our energy together. So if you're interested, that's below. I also have intuitive readings if you want to book a one-on-one. Otherwise, so much love to you, and thank you so much for being here. Go out there and be a beautiful soul. Live in your light. Do not let the world dim your light, and always, always, always remember your existence is a gift to humanity. And I love you. I'll see you in the next video.